G'day folks, it's your boy Tomko-chan here again with another video just for you guys. Today we're actually going to be looking at a Zoodiac Dogmatika deck that I've been building online, obviously, and we're going to be playing that against a few of the best. We're going to see some replays here. Basically, I'm playing a post-Phantom Rage build of this one, so once Phantom Rage comes out, you'll see that a few of the cards in there are going to be in this build, just because I really think it pushes the Zoo archetype to a whole nother level. As you can see in the OCG, it's really exploding over there and taking over a lot of their format. Alright, let's jump straight into the replays. Won't keep you guys waiting any longer. Let's do it. Alrighty, so jumping into our first replay here, we've got a match, two matches against Dark Magician. This really kind of showcases what the Dogmatika Zoodiac deck can do as a whole. I'll switch to him over here. So we are going second in this one. He's going to summon the Magician's Rod and activate it. I'm actually going to save the Ash for the Spellbook Knowledge here. I don't think Eternal Soul is much of a big deal against this deck. You can add it pretty easily with Trident. So we're going to get Ashed here on our Tenki. Luckily, we do have a Thoroughblade in hand, so not to worry. We'll go into our Thoroughblade, use its effect, and then we also have the Barrage, which is great. Pop our Tenki, get another one from the deck, and we're going to go off from here. Pop our Ram with the Trident so that we can special summon from Grave, and then it can be used as Xyz material. As you can see here, Tiger Mortar to attach the Whiptail to the Trident, so that we can get the Banish as well as the extra attack there, and also the extra materials, which is good. That way in main phase 2, we can go into this brand new card, AA Zeus, coming in Phantom Rage, and we just continuously go off from here. I mean, you've got the Zeus, Trident, Strike, Punishment, and the Fluid Elite in hand. It's not going to be much you can do. He goes for the Desires, gets a couple of good draws, and we're going to negate his Apprentice Illusion Magician here, and he's going to scoop. As you do, unfortunately, this is just, it's a formidable board. Basically, if they do anything, any monster effect, you strike. Anything that comes up, you pop it with Trident. You've got the Fluid Delete for the negate. You've got the Punishment for a pop 2. And then if they get through all of that, you just go for the Zeus. So no dramas there. Going into game 2 against the Dark Magician player. We're on this side again. He will be going second this time. We're going to Thoroughblade our Ram away. Get ourselves a Tenki and go into Whiptail. And then obviously we're going to climb the ladder up until we get to Charcanines. So we can summon the Hammercon. This is just so we can have some targeting protection. That's what I decided to go for this time. Into our Trident, Pot of Desires is going to get us a couple of nice draws. A couple of Whiptails, which is cool. And then Hammercon doesn't detach during end phase because it is negated. So he's going to go Rod. We're going to Veil of that. And he's going to go into Magician Souls here, which is good for him. Summon the Dark Magician and the Apprentice Illusion. Effect of her, and then he's going to go into this one. Now, this is hilarious. Happen to have the double Whiptail in hand, so I've got enough attack to banish his Blackluster Soldier, unfortunately for him, and he's going to call it a day right there. I would too, actually. If I summon this thing expecting to win, and then double Whiptail ruins my day. Not much fun. Alright, so another replay here against Datascape. This was an interesting one. I haven't seen much of Datascape, so I didn't know how to play against it. As you're going to see here, we go into our Ram off our Tenki and just straight into Trident. We've got the double protection with Stout Ravis, a card I absolutely love this format. You got stuff like Fogblade, you got stuff like Punishment, Fluid Elite. Well, Fluid Elite doesn't target, sorry, but you got a few things that do target, so it is very good to protect your castle, as it were, in Trident, or to protect you know, your monsters coming out from negation and that sort of thing, especially the Ecclesia, you know, all those extensions. As you're going to see here, I get the protection from the Datascape Gate, and I'm going to destroy this, hoping that he doesn't have a, you know, the other Dante, the purple Dante to go into. He does have that Dante though, which makes sense. So we're going to get the Banish, and he's going to get an attack before turning his Dante to defense position. Set up a couple of back row, and he's looking pretty good from here. I do luckily draw the Avarice, which is a very good card in this deck. You fill up your grave so quickly with the Zoodiac monsters, so it's easy to get the draw 2 quite there. And as you see, it's going to actually save the day once again on this Ecclesia, protecting us from that Fogblade. We're going to get the Fluid Elite. He's going to activate some Datascape effects. Really like these cards. Just naturally can go into rank 3s, 6s, and 9s. Notably, you know, Calamities, Beatrice, as we saw before, which is a great one. Dante, Cherubini, you can go into plenty of stuff. He's going to go for the Vermilion. Mech Dragon, we're going to negate that. Don't want to be popped here, but it's going to negate us regardless, which means he can get over us with an extra deck monster. So not much left to my board here, unfortunately. I do get a good draw, but I did activate Punishment last turn, so I can't summon from the extra deck this turn, unfortunately. And we're going to try our best here to get through it, but unfortunately he's going to pop us here, and we'll have enough attack to get over that, but it's not quite going to seal the deal without any form of negation or interruption during his turn. He's just going to pop 2 and go from there. Yep, he's really going to go off. Okay, so Phantom Knight's inclusion in this deck as well. Very cool, so you can go into your Cherubini and then you can special summon back, you know, off your Phantom Knight sword and that sort of thing. And he goes into the access code Talker 4 game. More than enough damage, absolutely ruins me. Done on that one. So, we've got another replay here versus DDD. This was a very interesting one, actually. Now that I remember. He's going to do some standard, you know, Savant Kepler shenanigans to get the contract. We do have the Veiler for that. He's going to 1-1, and then he's going to wear for Art Thou, which is quite cool in this deck. They run a lot of level 1, so it's a natural inclusion, because you can fusion summon from the hand with DD Slime, so it kind of makes perfect sense there. He's going to go off pretty hard here. Another wear for Art Thou, not like it's once per turn, which is nice for him. He's going to activate his Cross Sheep, bringing back his DD Lamia, and the Alexander is going to bring back the Kepler, and then he's going to go into Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, followed by the King Giglamesh, and then yeah, I mean, it's a pretty big size board. He's lost a lot of life points in the process, unfortunately for him. We're going to Whiptail, and we're going to go straight into Bulbo. Now, this is what is great again about the Zoodiac deck, especially with Negalodia AA Zeus coming out. All you have to do, if they have a board like this, any form of negation, just go into Bulbo, attack directly, and then you have the material for this, which is absolutely insane when you think about it. It's so simple. We've got the punishment as well, so when he goes to attack us here, we're just going to punishment his Crystal Wing, and then we're going to Zeus on Resolution, and everything is gone. It's a fantastic card. I can't believe it's coming out, and I'm very much looking forward to it. That's all she wrote. So we'll go on to our Game 3 versus PK Fire here now. I'm going to take a quick break and then we'll jump into it. Alrighty, so jumping into our 3-gamer versus PK Fire here. Let's go ahead and play it for you guys. We're going to be going second in this one. We're going to Ash Blossom the Foolish Burial. It's too powerful a card. There's a reason it's a 1, so it's got to go. We're going to find out here that he is actually playing the PK Fire build, which is very nice. He's going to summon his Silent Boots into Cherubini, into Ragged Gloves, which will then send a trap to trigger the tier scale, bring that back, and then he's going to go up into his Rusty Boy, brand new off the list, very nice. And Duggable Fogblade is nothing to be, you know, to be too happy about. It's hard to get through for a lot of decks. Luckily, we do play this Ravis. One of the main reasons. We're going to go for a double draw here, and then we're going to boost on up into Dryden to attempt to pop his Rusty Boy. We're basically trying to bait these 2 negates with our Ravis, and with the pop, we get them both, which is great. Which enables us to go into Tiger Mortar, attack into his Rusty Boy, and we have the Whiptail in hand, so it's going to get banished. Exactly what we need here. So again, in main phase 2, we're going to go for the AA Zeus and then Nadir Servant into the Ecclesia. And then with the Ecclesia, we're going to search for our punishment. And I believe I banished both copies of Fluid Lee here, so I'm going to have to search for the other Ecclesia during end phase. He's going to summon back with his Phantom Knight Trap and then go into Leviair. We're going to strike that because we don't want any extra extensions. He's going to summon with another Fogblade Trap and then go up into the Buster. And we're just going to pop that from here, as you can see, with the punishment. And then on our Resolution, we have the Zeus to clear the entire board. So we're going to go for our Tenki. He's going to summon back once more with a Phantom Knight Trap. We're going to go into our Thoroughblade, discarding to get a draw, and then on into our Ecclesia, just to put that little bit of extra damage here. It is still pretty intimidating for him, and as you can see, he's only got the Dark Magician in hand and an Ash Blossom. His Gravy is still pretty set up, which is good. I can see here he's obviously going for another rank 3 play or a link play with you know, possibly Cherubini, so I'm just going to pop that, and then we're going to go for game with Zeus. So let's jump into game 2 here. Have a look at this one. We're going to be going first. No, sorry, second on this one. Let's swap that here. got the wrong side once more. He's going to start off with some Cherubini plays, some Phantom Abyss, Burning Abyss style plays, and then go up into his Phantom Knight plays once more. This is going to be a much more formidable board this time. He's got the Fog Blade. He's going to summon back his Ragged Gloves as well as his Tier Scale here. Go into the Leviair. You can obviously see I've got no interaction for this. And then he's going to boost it up and go into Verte Anaconda. Oh my god, Dragoon. So we're going to have to try and out a Dragoon here. Let's see if we can do it. Goes into his Dragoon and end phase. More than enough. Most of the time you've got Fog Blade and you've got Dragoon here. We do luckily have the double Sail Ravers for that Fog Blade. So we're going to go into our Dryden, attempt to pop here, and we're going to get negated. Unfortunately, we were trying to bait out the Fog Blade, but it didn't happen. We're going to go into our Ecclesia, which is going to attempt a search. He's going to get Fog Bladed, and then Sail Ravers is going to save the day once more, giving us a punishment. So we have 3 back row, and we have the Fluid Lead and the Ecclesia. It's not spectacular. One of our back row is a bluff after all, and with this on the field, he can just destroy our monsters quite easily and do the damage that he needs to get game. We're going to go for punishment here in an attempt to clear his board a little bit while we can. He's obviously going to negate the Fluidly, which is going to put his Dragoon on 5,000 attack, and then he's going to summon back, pop us with Dragoon, and you know, Raiders Knight does the math correctly, and we get done for exactly game here. Spewing, but that's okay. That's what game 3 is for. Jumping into game 3 here. Let's see what's going to happen in the decider. We're going to be going first. The Tenki is going to give us what we need with the Thoroughblade, discarding the Ram, going into Borbo, a couple of stepping stones once again to bring back the Ram. And then we're going to go into our Trident, and we're just going to leave it at that. Nice and simple yet effective. Ancient Cloak and Silent Boots. We're going to pop that one there, and then we're going to, because we have the Ash Blossom, we're obviously going to Ash the Silent Boots, leaving him with nothing. Bit of a simplified game state, which is what Zoodiacs love. Simplified game states for Zoodiacs and Dogmatika is their forte, really, and we're just going to we're going to absolutely boost off here, going into our Fluid Elite, and that's pretty much going to be good night. Banish that so that he can't get a search off it in the event that it went to another round, but it's not going to. We're going to have enough damage for game there. So, good game 3 against PK5. Kind of shows off what the deck can do, especially with Negalodia AA Zeus coming out. Let's have a look at the profile here. We'll just jump back into it. Alrighty, so let's have a look at the deck on paper here. As you can see, we're playing a 41 card build. Just so you know, we've got, there's just too many good cards in this deck. We could probably cut one Sail Ravers, but as you saw in the replays, it saved us time and time again. So I'll go through it quickly. We've got the double Fluidly. You do need the searches off of you know, the Ash Dragon, and having Omega in the deck actually allows us to put it back into the extra deck for that extra search. If necessary. I think 2 is definitely correct, especially when we're playing the Pot of Desires as well. We've got a standard Zoodiac lineup with 3 Thoroughblade. It's a good one. Sends 1 to grave, sends a Ram to grave to draw a card, which is great. We got the triple Ecclesia, pretty standard. Triple Whiptail, pretty standard. The triple Ram and the 1 Rapier. I wish Rapier was it too. It would really push Zoodiac to the absolute next level. I don't think it's going to come back off the list. It's just too powerful though. And then we've got a hand trap lineup of 3 Ash, 2 Veiler, kind of the perfect amount. You do draw into these with, it's got a fair bit of draw power and thinning power with cards like Tenki, Barrage, you know, Avarice, Pot of Desires, and the Thoroughblade allowing you to draw a card. So you don't need a massive hand trap lineup. We're doing the triple Sail Ravers for the protection to protect our Ecclesia as well as our Zoodiac monsters, you know, so that they can get their effects. Basically, we've got the triple Disciples, 2 Desires, 2 Avarice. I think this is a good number. Sometimes you draw the Avarice and you wish it was the Desire, but when it gets into a grind game, sometimes this can be a lot better because your resources often, you know, end up in the graveyard and you struggle to get them back sometimes. So putting the Zoodiac Trident back in the extra deck as well as the Infinite Track Mega Fortress is great. We've got the 1 Reborn, the 1 Barrage, triple Tenki, 1 Zoodiac combo, double Punishment, and triple Strike. Love Strike. I'll play it in a lot of control decks if I can because it's just absolutely a beast. So in our extra deck, we got the 1 Ash Dragon, we've got the double Entis, and we've got the Omega to put the necessary extra deck monsters back in. We've got the new card here, which is Negalodia AA Zeus coming out in Phantom Rage. pumped. Can't wait to play Zoodiac. It's going to be awesome. I'll probably play more of a pure build than the Dogmatika cards because I don't have them, a bit expensive. We got the double Tiger Mortar for the attachments, the Hammer Kong for a stepping stone or for targeting protection when you need it, the double Charcanine for the special summon, and then obviously the one of Trident, so that we can get the pops. It's a great card. Yeah, could probably go to 2 quite easily, no dramas. And then we got the Borbo, which obviously is great for attacking directly and going straight up into the Zeus. Finishing off with the 2 links of a Megatrack, the Infinite Track Mega Clops Fortress. Why wouldn't you go into this in an XC's deck? A lot of decks just can't out this. And then we do have the one of Firefighting Doom, just so we can clear some back row if necessary in our main deck. So that's going to do it for the profile, guys. Thank you very much for watching the replays and watching the video. Appreciate you guys very much as always. Enjoy playing against you. If I played against you in this one, maybe chuck us down a comment below and let us know how the match went. And be sure to subscribe to the channel for more, excellent content and videos. I'm looking forward to making heaps of stuff for you guys in the future. Enjoy your day.